In Excel, you can combine text from two or more cells into a single cell. There are two ways to combine text. First, let's use the ampersand symbol. Select the cell where you want the combined text. Type the equal sign. Now select the cell with the first text you want to combine. Type the ampersand and then use quotation marks with a space inside. Type another ampersand and then select the cell with the second text. Press Enter, and the text is combined. You can also use the concat function to combine data. Select the cell where you want the combined data. Type equals concat open parenthesis. Select the cell with the text you want to combine. Use commas to separate data you're combining. Use quotation marks to add spaces, commas, or other text you want combined with the data from your cells. Close the formula with a parenthesis and press Enter.
Define and use names and formulas to easily understand, maintain, and reference data. You can define a name for a cell, table, or range. To name a cell, select it, then select the value in the name box. Type a name and press Enter. To reference this value in another table, type the equal sign and the new name. In this example, equals Frank Hours, and press Enter. If you want Excel to name the table or range, select it first. Select Formulas, Create from Selection. Designate the locations of the names in the range by checking top row, left column, bottom row, or right column. Select OK. Reference this table by typing the equal sign and the name Excel defined for this range. In this example, equals amount earned. Press Enter. Or type the equal sign and select Formulas, Use in Formula. Select the name you want to use and press Enter. To create, delete, and manage names, select Formulas, Name Manager. Change a name by selecting it in the list, then select Edit. Once you've changed it, select OK and close.
Add sequential numbers in Excel by using the fill handle or the row function. Select the first cell in your series. Type the starting value. Type a value in the next cell to establish a pattern. Select the cells with the starting values. Drag the fill handle across the range that you want to fill. Or you can use the row function, which doesn't require a pattern. Select the first cell in your series. Type equal sign, row, parentheses A1. Press Enter. Drag the fill handle across the range that you want to fill.
SUMIFS lets you test multiple conditions and return a value based on those conditions. For this example, we're showing how many bananas Tom sold. Select a cell. Type equal sign, SUMIFS, open parenthesis. Select the sum range. Add a comma, select the first range. Add a comma, select criteria. Add a comma, select the second range. Add a comma, select criteria. Add a right parenthesis and select Enter. To apply the same formula on a different condition, choose another option.
Use the SUMIF function to sum the values in a range that meet criteria that you specify. Select a cell where you want to write the formula. Type equal sign, sum if, and the left parenthesis. In this example, we want to find the sum of the profits for Fred. Select the range of cells that you want evaluated by the criteria. Type a comma and enter the criteria. If the criteria is text, don't forget to enclose in quotation marks. Type a comma. Select the sum range. It should be the same size and shape as the original range you chose. Press Enter. Notice that Excel automatically added the closing parenthesis for you.
Instead of using the if function, use ifs to test more than one condition and then return a value for the first true condition. In this example, we're going to check the grade against the score each student received and calculate a letter grade. Select where you want the ifs function. Type =ifs. Create the first condition. Add the other conditions. Press Enter. Notice how much simpler the formula is compared to just using the if function. Drag the fill handle down the column. Use the if function in Excel to compare text or values in a cell to what you are expecting. Select a cell, type =if, and add the condition to test. In this case, we are seeing if actual is greater than budgeted. Add an if true value and an if false value. Press Enter. Select the cell and drag to apply the if to other rows.
Use the COUNTIF function to count the number of cells that meet criteria you specify, such as the number of times a name shows up within a range of cells. To use a formula with COUNTIF, select an empty cell, type the equals sign, and type COUNTIF into the cell, followed by an opening parenthesis. The COUNTIF function has two arguments, range and criteria. Let's start with range. Select a range of cells, type a comma to advance to the next argument, which is the criteria to look for. Type a quotation mark, and then the name Buchanan as the search criteria. End with another quotation mark. Type a closing parenthesis and press Enter. Buchanan's name appears 7 times within the selected range. To change the arguments of the function, you don't need to retype it. Select the formula bar and replace Buchanan's name with another salesperson.
Use the sum function to add values. You can add individual values, cell references, ranges, or a mix of all three. First, select a cell. Type the equal sign, then sum, and open parenthesis. Select cells to add, like individual cells or a range. Type close parenthesis, and press Enter.
Use the VLOOKUP function in Excel to quickly find information in a table, range, or large spreadsheet. For this example, we're looking up the budgeted cost of airfare. Select a cell. Type $VLOOKUP left parenthesis and select the value to look up. Type a comma and select the range or table to look for the value. Type a comma and the number of the column where the lookup value is located. Type comma, false, right parenthesis to find the exact value. Press Enter. Create formulas in Excel and use built-in functions to perform calculations and solve problems. Select a cell. Type the equal sign. Select a cell or type its address. Notice the blue color match between the cell reference and the cell. Enter an operator like minus for subtraction. Add another cell. Notice the red color match between the cell reference and the cell. Excel is helping you confirm your cell selection. Press Enter and the result appears. You can see your formula in the formula bar. Also, functions help you save time when creating formulas. Select a cell. Type equals and then a function, like sum. Type an opening parenthesis. Select a range of cells. Don't forget the closing parenthesis. Press Enter to get your result. Need more help with formulas? Select File, New, and choose the Formula Tutorial template.